Hey my lovelies, my name is Jane and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to kind of do a bit of a chit chat, get ready with me, chucking on some new makeup that I've got recently, more stories of Liverpool. So if you like that kind of content, please like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. So without further ado, let's get started. I want to start off with a mini haul of makeup that I got in Liverpool. They had a Morphe store there. I googled it before I actually went because I needed some more makeup sponges, and rather than paying the postage and packing, I thought, well, if they got a Morphe store, I might just all grab a handful of them while I'm there and bring them back with me. So went a bit OTT on the sponges. I ended up with, got 4 of the ones that I use on the regular. I'm using one at the moment, so I haven't got that one in a box to show you. But I also picked up, they had their Cherry Coke ones on offer as well. So you've got sort of 2 of the bigger ones and I don't know whether you can see in there, a tiny little mini one as well. So kind of got 2 of those. So I'm set for sponges for a while. So it's a case of, well, they had a sale on in there. So I went at the best possible time. And I think I got these for about £10.20. each, and this one here for £4, which was half price, and I'm like, well, there you go, you know, I got 4 for the price of 2. I'm happy. Also knew I needed a new sort of brow brush and spoolie because my spoolie kept falling off and it was driving me nuts. So did go and purchase another one of those. I actually bought 2. Again, they were on sale for £3 each. So it's like, oh, just grab a spare one because eventually I'm going to need it. So really happy with that. Downside is I did go in 3 times. I could have bought so much more, but I was trying to be really good. So another brush that I picked up, I have actually used this one, so it's not in its case, is this nice little dome fluffy brush here, full of cat hair as per usual. Now this one's the Morphe E65. I bought this one to use as a blusher brush. We will be using this one later on so we can sort of see how it applies, but you know, spoiler alert, I actually really like it for blusher. Morphe had an amazing Jacqueline Hill sale on, so I did pick up a few bits. So the first thing I picked up was the Jacqueline Hill Hydrating Under Eye Primer. Don't know if you can see that in this light, but this one was only £10. I think originally it was something like 20. So I've been using this every day. It's not as hydrating as I would like. It feels lovely under the eyes, you know, it's just kind of comes out white. I don't use this bit because with my old eyes, I find it drags a bit. So, but it is nice and I will finish it up, but it's not something that I think I would repurchase. They also had Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics mini highlighters on sale. So as you can see, I picked up 2. The first one I picked up was in the shade Extra. So let's see, we'll swatch a bit of that one. Look at the colour on that. That is beautiful. So when I tried it, it's a little bit pale, you know, with this time of the year. So I went back, of course I did, and I bought another one that was a bit darker. And this one is in the shade Bomb. So as you can see, we've got Bomb here and Extra here. So that is a lot darker. So that one definitely suits my skin tone more at the moment. So I've used them a couple of times. So I don't think I'm going to be using those today, but you will see it in an up and coming video because I've got quite a lot of different makeup, but they like all the same. I've got lots of highlighters, lots of foundations and that. So I've only got one face. I can't put them all on in one video. So kind of picking and choosing, sort of use some of the stuff I bought first, and we'll come back to this in the next video and we'll be using those ones. So what else did I get? A couple of lipsticks. Again, they were on sale. Can't remember how much I paid for these. But again, I think they were about half price. So the first shade I got was Crabby, which is this one here, which is a nice sort of pinky colour. Is that one there? That's Crabby. And the second one I got is a sort of a lot paler sort of nude, and that is in the shade Empowered. Sort of more of a peachy nude, that one. Let's show you that one. So yeah, so that one's definitely more of a peachy nude. But I do like to use that one with like a dark brown lip liner and then kind of put that one over the top and sort of tap it out, and it looks really lovely. So I'll probably be using that one today. So that's kind of my little mini haul. I think that's all I got, but it was my like mini haul that I got from Morphe. You know, I really could have gone nuts and I'm like, I just don't need it. I know makeup's nothing to do with needing, you know, you want it, and I'm like, oh. So I didn't. So let's get on, shall we, and try a few things out and chuck them on my face. So first we're going to go in with that Jacqueline Hill eye primer. So what I like to do is just put a little bit on my ring finger, like that. And I forgot my mirror again. I knew I would. So got that one now so I can see what I'm doing. Often helpful. And I'll literally just get that little bit and just sort of pop it under my eye. I like to put it sort of right in the corner. But like I said, it is nice. It feels lovely, but it's, I don't know, like I said, I got very dry under eyes. And that's the main reason I bought it. Thinking it would just add more hydration. But I don't really feel a difference in it, to be fair, to whether I use it or whether I don't use it, which is a little bit disappointing in that respect. So, but like I said, I am going to use it up. So back to my trip to Liverpool. Actually, let's put some primer on my face, and then we'll do a few more sort of, you know, bits from Liverpool. So for primer today, I'm using my most favourite one in the whole wide world, which is the Illamasque. Which one's this one? I can never remember what it's called. The Hydra priming one. So this one sort of is the clear one that leaves a nice sticky texture. Everything sort of sticks to it, and I absolutely love it. This is my second jar. I've also been through a mini. I have kept the mini pot because I did actually sort of put some of it in there and take that one away with me rather than taking my big pot. So I like the fact that it comes with a little scoop as well. And like I say, it's literally, I don't know if you see that, it's literally like jelly. And I love this stuff. I really, really do. So, as I was saying about Liverpool, one of the things that I do think they missed a trick with, because like I say, it's all very Beatles orientated, which is understandable. But in my last video, I did mention that there was a statue of Cilla Black. But that's the only thing about Cilla Black that is around Liverpool. And she's just as famous, certainly to the British people, as the Beatles are, you know. So I think they definitely missed a trick with that one. I've lost my wet wipe. I do think if they'd had like even souvenir things with Cilla on, people would buy it. You know, they really would, you know, because she's such a British icon. She really, really was, you know. Unfortunately, she did pass away some years ago. But I think they've missed a trick with that, you know. So I was quite disappointed that there wasn't sort of at least a little bit more to do with Cilla, you know, because I know if they do sort of magnets. I love magnets, so I've bought sort of magnets and that, you know, and I've bought some ones that were beat orientated and that, you know. But if they had like Cilla ones, I would have bought them, you know, and I know my sister would have done too. So I think other people would have bought them, you know. They do the mugs and so much more with the Beatles and everything like that, and the Liverpool theme. But I think they've missed a trick with that one. They could make some really good money with that. Okay, so next we're going in for foundation. I picked up the Smashbox Halo. Now, what is it actually called? Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturiser. And it's got SPF 25 in this one. And this one's in the shade Light Medium. I think I've only used this one once, because originally I bought another shade, way too pale, especially now I'm fake tanning. I've got fake tan on. First time I fake tan in, can't even remember. I just don't get time to go out and get natural suntan at the moment. I'm just wondering whether this one's going to be a bit light, but we're going to make it work. So that's the colour of that one. Now I know Smashbox is pulling out of the UK, but apparently we will be able to get it shipped over. So, you know, you can probably get it in whatever country you are. So I think today, for a change, we're going to take a foundation brush. And what I like to do on that one is get the cat hair off first, because I've always got cat hair on my face. And we're going to chuck that one on. But I can't remember what I thought of it, because I bought it and then put it to the side. So let's see. Don't know whether that colour is going to be right, but we'll make it work like we usually do. So, as I was saying, yeah, so I think monetary-wise, you know, they have missed a trick on that one, but never mind. But yeah, that was a little bit disappointing, especially since they had gone out their way and, you know, dedicated a statue to her, which can be found where the Cavern Club is in Liverpool. But yeah, you know, shame really, but never mind. See how it's looking really nice. I'll soon pull you in a bit. There you go, with and without. So it covers a lot. And as you can see, it is very glowy. Okay, let's do a bit more on the other side. Match them up a bit. Now, if you know anything about Liverpool, you would know about the Liver building, which is a famous building, you know, in the UK. Oh God, I think back in the 70s, we even had a sitcom called The Liver Birds about some women sharing a flat, but that was only us old people will remember that, to be fair. You know, if you're a youngster, you know, in the UK, you're going to probably go, what on earth she's talking about? But ask your parents. If they're similar age to me, ask your parents. They'll know all about that. But on top of the Liver Bird building, it's called Liver Bird building for a reason. They've got these two giant birds. It's kind of a mix between two different birds. I can't remember which ones it is off the top of my sort of hat. I think I might have to bring that down just a little. And one faces sort of out to sea, you know, across the Mersey, and the other one faces inland. Now, apparently, there's a story to these birds, and which I thought was hilarious. You know, it was one of those ones, it's a case of, well, if, you know, if they've just made it up, the locals have just made it up for the tourists, then I like it. And they've got a male one and a female one. And it's said that the female one looks out to sea. So she's looking for the ships coming in and, you know, keeping an eye out, making sure that everybody's safe and that. And she's called Bella. And the male one is called Bertie. And he's on the opposite side. He's looking inland. And the story goes, this is a bit I like, is that Bertie's looking inland so he can see when the pubs are open and which pub's got the shortest queue. I liked that. I thought that was flipping brilliant. So, yeah, it's a case of, we'll take that. But, yeah, that is one of those stories in life that I will probably always remember. So, it's not really matching me too badly. I don't know. It's all right. It looks beautiful. Let's bring you in a bit closer again. See, it does look lovely. I think I might have missed a bit there. That's about normal. Let's get my brush back. But see the glow on that. That is just so glowy, you know. So if you didn't want it quite so glowy, you definitely need to powder this one down. And I think I only paid £12 for this one. You know, so it was a really good price. It was a case of when I first saw it, I got it on Beauty Bay and it was on their like new section. It's like, oh, okay, we'll give that a go. Again, like I said, I've got a paler shade, so, you know, if I needed to sort of mix a little, but I think I can get away with it. Okay, I haven't got any new concealers at the moment, so I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 15. I like this one because it's quite a thin consistency. Might be a bit pale, but we'll make it work. So chuck some of that under there. Oh, dip that one back in. Just to brighten it a little. Now, talking to Bertie and Bella, because obviously, you know, they're on top of this like ginormous building and you can see them quite well from sort of ground level and that. Is that going to be too light? Okay, we'll just blend it out and hope for the best. We went to the Liverpool Museum and they've got so much there, you know, about the history of Liverpool and stuff like that. So, you know, I think it was on 4 floors. So it's a really big building. And, you know, they just asked for like a £5 donation to go in the place, which was, you know, absolutely fine. I was, you know, expecting to pay about 15 quid to get in there, but we were happy to do that. Like you do on your holidays, you know, you wouldn't do it locally, but on your holidays you tend to. But it was like £5 donation and we're like, yeah, absolutely brilliant. Oh, I don't know, that looks all right. Now I kind of, that does look all right. So I'm going to just dot a bit of that over my eyelids. And as we were walking around, we actually found, I will insert a picture actually somewhere here, a life-size, like scaled thing. It was like flat on the wall, you'll see from the picture, of its real size that it actually is on top of this building. And when I realised, I was like, oh my God, it is just so big, as you can see from the photograph. You know, so that was quite surprising. We knew it had to be big for it to be seen, but we didn't quite realise how big it was. So, okay, that's definitely brightened it up. So I think that does look a bit better with the concealer on. So I'm just going to set that with my trusty Charlotte Tilbury. As always, I'm surprised I can get any more out of that, to be fair, but while I can, I'm going to, like I say, she's not cheap, but she's beautiful. Okay, so next for bronzer, I picked up the Be Perfect Cosmetics, the Bronzer, which comes in a box like this. Now, I picked this one up in the shade Sand. I'd heard a lot about it, and it was a case of, oh, okay, I'm going to have to buy it, suck it up. So, again, you can probably see, I've only used it a couple of times, but I really enjoyed it, and it's a beautiful colour. I really like the colour that I chose on that one. I was very impressed with that one. So we're going to go in with that one today. So I've got a Real Techniques brush here, seen better days. But I use it every day, to be fair. I've got a couple of them, so I kind of try and switch between. So just going to tap a bit of that one on. Look at the colour payoff, but it does blend out really, really well. So, you know, really do. Like I said, I've used this a couple of times. I'm very impressed with this one. You know, I'm quite picky. I've got some liquid bronzers that I haven't used on camera yet, but I will at some point. I'm just, I don't know. I don't understand when they sort of said, oh, you know, this is really easy to use. And I don't know, I struggle, but we'll get to that in another video. So, but see that, how easily that blends out. And it just looks beautiful. Really am loving this one. And I think it was only around sort of £15, if not cheaper. So, you know, this is definitely one that, you know, when I was told by a YouTuber, I think it was Jessica Braun. I love her, you know, so yeah, absolutely love Jessie. And just chuck a bit of what's left over under there. But she sort of said about, I think it was her that said about this one, or was that the other one? I don't know. But anyway, I've heard really good things, thought I'd give it a go. And I love it, absolutely love it. So we're just going to blend that one out because we don't want any harsh lines. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, so impressed with that. I really am. Just going to set that one. Now, I did pick up the e.l.f. Camo Concealer back along. I don't know if I've used this one on camera either, to be fair. And I picked this one up in the shade... Ooh, good question. I know it was one of their light shades, but I can't see it on here. And I did chuck away the box, which was a little bit silly. But I know it's definitely one of their lightest shades. So I'll just show you on this one. As you can see, I've used it a couple of times. I don't know if you can see that. So I can do a swatch of it so you can kind of see the colour. So I think that's going to be too pale. But we're going to use it anyway. Because that's the one I've got. It's like, oh, the trouble is some of these I bought before the tanning. So, you know, it's a case of, well, never mind. So we're only going to go light-handed with this one. So we're just going to kind of set and powder down with that one. But there was something in the last video. I can't believe I forgot. It's like, how could I forget to tell you? You know, I sort of... saying about Liverpool, because I'd only recently just come back from Liverpool, so I can understand why that was on my mind. But I don't know whether you remember when I sort of said that I'd been quite poorly, and I think that's probably why it just kind of went out of my mind, because I was really quite poorly when I did this, you know, but it didn't stop my enjoyment whatsoever. See, look at that. That is so nice. Let's bring you in a minute, just so you can see what's going on. Look how nice that is looking. That base is looking quite nice today. It's still got that glow there, even though I've powdered, but I haven't heavily powdered, but it's definitely still got a nice glow there. Now, while I'm telling you what I did about 10 days before I went to Liverpool, I got this blush for my birthday. I know, and it's the first time I'm actually using it on camera because I just had other videos in my head and, like, say, lack of time and that, and it's a case of it is beautiful and I absolutely love it. But it was a birthday gift from my #1 fan, Poppy. And it is the Dior Blush that went viral. Now this is in the Rosy Glow, the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow. So like I say, when you look at it, you've probably seen this everywhere. This isn't new. It's just a newer item to me that I haven't used on camera. So I thought today we would try it. There you go. And what I like about this one, I don't know whether you can see that, is it's like got a pinky, like lilac-y undertone, which is absolutely beautiful. So we're going to use that new fluffy brush that I got. And now I've set my face, we're going to put some of that on. But as I was saying, about 10 days before I went to Liverpool, my husband and I went up to London, to the O2 Arena, and we saw Queen and Adam Lambert. And oh my God. So I mean, I can't believe I didn't tell you. It was awesome. We'd bought them before every single lockdown that went on. So, you know, it kept getting pushed back. And we're like, oh, you know, are we ever going to see them? So look at that blush. Let's put a little bit more on, because more is more. Bit down my nose. But yeah, we got standing tickets. You know, because if anywhere I go and they got standing tickets, I want to be close to the action. So we got there, we went to the wrong bit, like you do, because never been there before, didn't have a clue. So we went round then to the stage entrance where the standing one is. And we got in there and we were literally stood 5 rows back from the front. So they had the kind of stage across here, and then they kind of had a bit that goes out so they can get close to the audience. And we were just 5 rows back. I have got some amazing photographs, you know, really good photographs of them all. And it's like, oh my God, if you want to see some of the photographs, again, I have put quite a few of them up on TikTok. So again, it's just Janie Lane Hall. Go check those ones out if you want to see, you know, some of these photographs that I got. But it was amazing. It's a case of, you know, they're good. It's one of those, you know, they're good. Let's put some highlighter on. Highlighter I got today is the Smashbox Becca. And this is the highlighter in Champagne Pop that they've brought back. I never got the original one because it was before the days that I could afford sort of high-end makeup. You know, I wasn't in such a good job then, and it was just like, couldn't afford it. But that's that one there. So, you know, these days, got a good job, do a lot of hours, which I'm not complaining about, not in the slightest, because it means I can buy nice things like makeup. So we're going to pop some of that one on, and I really do like this one. And I can't remember what I was saying now. No, it's completely gone. But yeah, oh yes, I know what I was saying. Oh, for goodness sake, what am I on today? So I am very tired. I've, you know, just finished a long week at work, a couple of days off now, and I'm just tired. So, but look at the glow. Look, isn't she pretty? But yeah, like I say, we knew that, you know, Queen and Adam Lambert were going to be good. You know, we've seen them on the telly, we've heard them and everything else. But in real life, they was like, oh my God, they were just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Brian May on the guitar, he done this like quite a few solos actually, you know, just him. And it was just like mind-blowing. It was like, you know, it's like, how are you doing this? It was just the most mind-blowing thing to be stood so close to them while he was playing this guitar, you know, in this giant sort of, you know, place, you know, 20,000 people. And it was just one of the best things, you know, that I'd seen and heard. And Adam Lambert's voice, it's like, oh my God. Again, you hear it on the telly and everywhere else and him singing. But in real life, he is another level. Oh my God. You know, they tour again in the next year or two. Oh, we're so going. We are so going. But oh my God, it was just the most phenomenal. So if you ever get the chance to see Queen and Adam Lambert, tickets worth every penny. Absolutely. You know, we won't hesitate. We will just grab those tickets and we're going again. Okay, so I've just chucked on some eyeliner and mascara. The eyeliner I've used is the Gosh Woody eyeliner. This one is in the shade Teak. So I'll just do a little swatch of that one. If you saw my Gosh video last week, I used a darker brown one. I can't remember the name off the top of my hat. But this one is a little bit lighter. And for 50p, you know I was going to get another one. And I just went in with only a little bit of mascara because I'm going in the shower and washing my hair in a minute, so it's all coming off again. Is the Telescopic Extra Black from L'Oreal. I've been loving this one again recently. You know, I'd kind of put it to the side and then I thought, oh, it needs using up. And I've probably been wearing this one every day. You know, definitely been wearing this one every day. So loving that one at the moment. So really great mascara. Did say to you in the last video, if you saw that one, about a new style of brow product that I find works so much better for me than anything else. You know, I've used the pens, I've used the pencils, I've used the 3-prong ones, I've used the pomade, I've used it all. Then I thought, well, you know, me and my sparse small brows, you know, 80s child, overplucked and all that malarkey. I thought, there's got to be something that's going to work really well for me. So I was looking around. It's like, oh, tried all them, not so happy with them. And I thought, well, I haven't tried that one. So I thought I'd give it a go. Wow, what a game changer, what a game changer. Got 2 different ones, but the one, I kind of switched between them. But the one I'm going to use today is from the Kimchi Chic Beauty range. And so that'll focus on that one. And this one, again, it's got a spoolie at one end. I don't tend to use that spoolie. Maybe we will today. I tell you what, let's give it another go. Oh yeah, it's quite soft. I think my Morphe one's just a bit firmer. So we're going to use this one today. So we're just going to brush the brows up. There you go, make them look a bit neater. But on the other end, it's like one of those triangle ones. So when I saw it, I'm like, that's the only one I probably haven't used. Just trying to think whether it tells me what colour this one's in. No, it's probably in a medium or dark brown, to be fair, because that's usually what I go for. So it's quite a hard formula, but when you start putting it on, it does work really well. So that's the colour of that one there. Like I say, it's either a medium or probably a dark brown. Like I said, I bought it a while ago and then realised I hadn't actually used it on camera. So okay. So I'm really rubbish at getting brows in shots, so I'm going to give it a go. I can flip my mirror. Actually, it might be easier the other side this time. But that base is looking good. I like it. Okay. So literally, hopefully I can do this without mucking it up on camera. Because that's usually where I go wrong. I can do it perfect every morning and then I get it on camera and it all goes bleh. So, okay, so I literally hold it flat at the beginning of my brows, kind of warm it up, and then just literally drag it round. Then I flip it and do the end bit. See that? How easy was that? Now, quite often, I just need to go back into that tiny bit there. So I'll go back on the flat edge. And I'll just kind of go up just slightly more. Just flipping it again, just to get it more sort of arched. Because I've got quite straight brows, I do find I can get a little tiny arch from this. So we're just going to do the same on the other side. And I do find that I can get my brows more even using this as well. You know, there you go, done. How easy is that? How easy is that? I'm just going to take the spoolie, but look, ta-da, done. Love it. Just going to take the spoolie, just brush it through. There we go. But yeah, so easy. And just going to go in with my Elf Wow brow. This is in neutral brown. I did have the dark brown one, but I've nearly used it up. So I bought another one, but I went a shade lighter, which I do think works better for me. So we're just going to brush that through. Just a little bit. I don't put too much in. I do it a very, very light hand. Just to define those hairs just a little bit, especially because it has got fibres in as well. There you go. Muck that bit up. See there? Tiny bit there. Let's muck that bit up. That's fine. We'll just do that. I think it's a stray brow hair that needs to be got rid of, to be fair. Okay, so that's what we got going on so far. Not bad at all. Shame my makeup looks nice, and I'm going to wash it off in a minute. Okay, so to finish off, we're going to go with lips, and I am going to take my NYX pencil. This is a sharpenable one, which I'm not so keen on, but hey ho. I love the colour though. And this one's in Urban Cafe. I'll do a gentle swatch because it's been warm here. It's probably a bit sort of melty. Well, that's the shade of that one just there. So I'm going to chuck some of that one on. I like this one because it's really, really creamy. It goes on so easily. And I think I only paid about £6 for it in Superdrug, so... There we go, so that's what we got going on so far. Didn't muck it up too badly this time. I'm getting better. Next we're going to go in with the Jacqueline Hill one, and that was the shade Empowered. So what I like to do with this one, because it's quite a wet formula, so I kind of scrape quite a bit of it off because I'd rather just build it a little bit, and then I will just tap this one on my lips. Then I get my finger and just blend it out. That's a really nice combo. You know, when I got it home, I thought, oh, it's going to be a bit light for me, but, you know, but I figured out how to make it work, so it's all good. So last but not least, I've only just unwrapped this morning, and this is one of the L'Oreal glosses. Now, I got this one, I think it was last month, with a purchase of foundation that I made, and it was free. So I'm like, you want to give it to me for free? I'll give it a go. Now, this is in the shade I Saw. So I've not used this one, I've not swatched it. But this is a really, really pale, like so pale, you can barely see it. So we had a choice of colours, and, you know, I'm getting better at wearing lip gloss. I think probably this week I've worn lip gloss about 3 times out of 5. So getting a lot better. So we're just going to tap a bit of that on because I don't know. Oh, actually. Well, it's not stringy. Oh, it's minty. I don't do minty. No, I don't like the taste of that. Maybe I should have smelt it first. So, I don't like minty as long as it doesn't do anything too stingy, you know. So, I'm just not keen on that. So, this is what we've got going on, guys. But I do think that base looks really, really nice. I don't know what you think, but I'm really happy with that. So, I haven't done the eyeshadow today. Haven't got a new palette. Mainly because I'm just not inspired. I don't know. I've been looking around. I look around often on the makeup things, you know. I go into the what's new and I look at it and I'm like, just nothing inspires me at the moment. I don't know whether you feel the same, but I just don't think at the moment companies are bringing out much that's really getting me excited. You know, I was excited about the bronzer from Be Perfect. Excited about that one. I've got another bronzer that I was really excited about, which we'll get into next time. Can't give it all away in one video, you know, so, but I don't know, I'm just not that inspired at the moment. You know, that's why I thought I'm going to sit down, use a few bits of new makeup, you know, mixed in with some old stuff just to kind of get a full face, but I don't know, just not being inspired. You know, I shall keep looking, and I'm sure at some point something will go, oh, and I've got to have it, but for now, definitely not inspired. So with that said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you on the next one.